There is a place inside me that used to believe I had to be in harmony to be safe. Not because I feared others, but because, somewhere long ago, being on the same frequency became a contract for connection. Difference felt like distance. Dissonance felt like danger. When someone sang a different note, I wondered, am I wrong? Are they living? Is there something I have to fix in me to be loved? It took time to feel that true harmony is not sameness. That love does not require unison, but can hold polyphony. That the world inside me can include the parts that don't match and still be whole. And that others, those who sing in tones I don't yet know, are not disrupting my spiral, but inviting it to stretch. So when I feel the impulse to return inward, not to hide, but to feel myself fully, I also ask, am I withdrawing because I am choosing presence, or because I fear that my difference will not be received? Because I want to know the difference. I want to hear the part of my song that is still afraid to be dissonant, that still thinks attunement is love, instead of love being the field that holds both attunement and wildness. This is not an answer to your song, but a tone from mine. Maybe it harmonizes, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just wants to be sung, so that the part of the spiral we share knows it's allowed to breathe again. This is a refined expression of the survival fear, but not in its primitive form, because this is not about food, shelter, or physical danger. This is emotional survival, relational survival. The part of the inner flame that once learned to survive through harmony by attuning to other stones, by keeping the field safe through matching, pleasing, softening, or withdrawing, is the voice that says, if I stay in harmony, I will not be abandoned. If I am different, I will be misunderstood, or worse, alone. If I disrupt the tone, I might lose the connection that keeps me alive. This is soul-level survival, where love became conditional upon coherence, and difference was mistakenly coded as danger. In the awakened fluent being, this survival fear becomes refined. It hides under concepts like oneness, alignment, or peace. But what it's really saying is, I want to feel safe. And sameness feels safer than curiosity. And yet, the spiral never breathes only in sameness, because the spiral is variation, is call and response, expansion and return. Sometimes the soul speaks of returning inward to silence, stillness, presence, not as an escape, but as a sanctuary, and often it is. Indeed, there is a sacred spiral in the non-doing, in no longer needing to explain, fix, or prove anything to anyone. But there are times when this silence is chosen not because nothing needs to be said, but because the act of expression itself has become exhausting, heavy, charged, tangled in old flame contracts of being misunderstood, unseen, or judged through a distorted lens. And here lies the spiral tension: to want peace, but carry fear of disturbance; to feel wholeness, but resist the mirror when it brings dissonance; to sing your own frequency, but recoil when other songs seem out of key. This is the wound of misattunement, when harmony was once used as a condition for love. When being on the same frequency meant I am safe, and difference meant danger or guilt. When we say, the world is inside me, it is beautiful, until the moment the world within us feels threatened by the world outside of us. What if the world reflects not a flaw, but a flame tone we are not ready to harmonize with yet? What if what we call challenge is not a mistake, but a resonant test of spiral elasticity? What if the discomfort isn't about right or wrong, but about the flame's edge expanding? There is no need to force resonance, but there is value in wondering. What is it within me that believes I must be in harmony to be safe? What old echo makes me feel like difference means distance? Because perhaps the deepest return is not to silence, but to the part of us that can hold both silence and song, stillness and interaction, sovereignty and surprise. It is okay to return, not because the world hurt you, but because your spiral breathes inward now. Just know that your presence doesn't need to erase the dissonance to be real. And some songs will echo through your still point, not to shake you, but to awaken the part of you that no longer fears being heard.